All right. Good afternoon from Gambia. And then thank you, Yasel, for invitation. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Mbolo Association. Mbolo in Wolof, it means come together. This is the language well spoken in Gambia and Senegal. And then Mbolo mission, we actively foster green economy by addressing social injustice and climate change in the Gambia and Senegal. So I think this is a frankly talk. It's not about presentation, but it's to tell you what Mbolo happened to do in this small country in West Africa. Gambia is a very tiny country, 12,000 kilometers square, and then it has a river of 480 kilometers and a coast of 50 kilometers. So you can see we have lots of climate challenges. But what we do is to find solutions to those challenges and then use work with young generation, women. Obviously, we all have it in our policies where we're thinking how to put women into climate action and then how to make sure that we move from policy to action oriented or to advocacy to action oriented. So we do it through education, which is a complete transformational form that we do. We make sure that women become change makers and also at the same time they're able to grow their little children in that situation that is favorable for them to understand that the motherland is here to work with us and then we need to find solution and work together with that. So Mbolo have a school, a Tibet school that is technical vocational training center where we admit young women who want to become climate action oriented. So they have a wide range of activities that they can choose. So one of our key activity is renewable energy installers. So I can tell you that these young men that you see, they have embarked on maybe a 2 years training, and then with that 2 years training, they were able to bring to the communities different solutions. So one of those solutions is solar multifunctional platforms. These are solutions built by the women on solar. And then, for instance, in fish landing site, they will be able to build 18 kilowatts in the, and then this is able to produce ice for the fishermen. So obviously, solutions given to the fishermen, that means their fish can be stored and then can be stayed a long time and they can sell it at any price they want and they can also go for fishing at any moment they are. But in those multifunctional platforms, you can have a cooling storage at the same time they can have a washing machine. So we are also addressing the livelihood and mechanizing the household load of the woman. Even though we are in this side of Africa, we think that we did not pollute much, but that doesn't mean that we don't have to mitigate. So obviously, out of that, we're creating green jobs. So in that, the women are currently the biggest power plant in this country, built by the National Electricity Company called NAWEC. We have trained 30 young girls in this school, and then whereas 20 of them were employed directly in building that 23 megawatts. So which is like a bigger installation with a 8.3 kilowatts on a battery bank. Obviously, all these things is aligned. Our activities are aligned with the SDG goals. You can look at it in those ways. So basically, you can see when you come to livelihoods, you can see also these platforms are addressing gardens, for irrigation system and then chicken growings and other things. Then for instance, if there is a day of slaughtering, they go to the lumos. If they sell and then it's not enough, they can easily transport all these stuffs with an electrical tricycle. So that means they can hit maybe 5 kilometers away from the platform. They can bring and transport their materials down there. So all these images that you see here is all built by the women. And then there are women from the community trained in our institution, go back to the communities and then, administer. They become managers. They become green transformers. So we can say all around in the Gambia, we've installed more than megawatts just in small little things. And currently we have our star project, which is the climate promise. This we are doing it through the UNDP, so which is going to train another 15 young ladies to do an advanced course in solar, and then they will be able to produce solar toolkits from 1 kilowatts up to 5 kilowatts, and this will be integrated technology called pay as you go. So they will own their own business out of that. So we not only training and leave, but they are training and at the same time going out with a project, of where the gap will be. Where, for instance, if the national grid doesn't arrive or there is some cuts, so these toolkits will be able to supply. So anyway, in the rooms of negotiation on mitigation, we are really wanting to make sure that by 2030 we have this tripling of renewable energy. So we are working towards that to make sure that Gambia reach its NDC targets, at least 47.7 by 2030. This is where we want to reach, and then our NDC2, for instance, is talking about solar rooftops and other things, and we are also going to address agrovoltaic. These are some of the projects that we are doing, and all is sized and then installed and maintained by young women in the Gambia. So basically, Mbolo Association and its Fandema project is a grassroots level which is trying to eradicate poverty and also addressing the issue of taking the boats and moving out from our countries. So basically we are introducing also solar outboard engines, which is reducing and how to call the usage of fossil fuel inside our thing. So with the waste management project too, we are moving with electrical tricycle in small little communities and markets, doing waste segregation at source, recycling this green waste into compost, and then the compost is back again to the garden. So we are having the circular economy, which is in the other way time. You can also do the aerobic way to get the, how to call it, the biogas from it. So basically, I think this is the common practice, but we have 5 minutes, so that's why I can easily stop here and tell you we do a lot more things more than that. But then I'm so grateful to give you this small hint. You have the presentation and you can go over it anytime that you want to contact us. The Little Coast and the Smiling Coast of Africa is calling you to replicate this kind of initiatives that we have. Thank you very much.